Dawncaster Game Overlay UI. Game Mode. On. Button.
Alright everybody, welcome back to Healing Like a God. No, that's not healing.
Second back. Button.
Sorry about that.
Welcome back. New Leaf Gaming.
Like
Button.
A God.
Second back. Image. Direct touch area.
God cooking.
Use the rotor to enable
like
direct touch for this app.
Hope everybody's doing really good, but welcome to part 2. Part 1, we did our whole setup, so go back to part 1 if you want to check out how we built our Cooking Like a God setup. We are playing a warrior. This is Infernal Invasions. Welcome to the party, pal. Hope everyone's doing really good. It's TCG Thursdays. I told you all I'd be trying to play through entire series on Thursday. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop playing the other particular series, like the weekly challenges. I'm simply trying to complete this challenge over the weekend so that I can get back to recording next week's weekly trial. But anyway, let's see if we can get some good loot. We did really good last time. We built a pretty strong start to our deck. Yes, we did. And we're looking pretty good here. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Douglas is not happy. Whoa. Alright, let's get started. It's a beautiful day here. I'm filming on a Friday for a Thursday. Let's get started here in episode 2, part 2.
Player health 100. Show deck. Cards. Show deck. Cards. Use weapon power. Culinary. Show deck. Player health 100.
Okay, our health is 100. Let's review our deck.
Show deck. Cards currently. Death blow. STR3. Deal 15 damage on draw. Free if you are below 50% health. Melee.
Death
Rare.
blow's been
On draw.
working
On draw effects trigger whenever the card is drawn from your deck.
I'm gonna keep it. I don't know why, but it's very effective.
No soothe. STR1. Game battle broth. Create a choice card. STR1. Kitchen brawl. STR kitchen brawl. STR kitchen raid. STR1. Surge of strength. Surge of strength. Thick skin. STR tiny trident. Tiny trident. Tiny trident. Tiny trident. Tiny trident. Close deck list. Close deck list. Show deck. Cards currently in deck 15.
Kitchen Brawl is one of the newer cards. That's Infernal Invasions. I'm having a little trouble figuring out Kitchen Brawl. I'm only going to use one. I don't think 2 is necessary. What are we looking for? We're looking for Chef's Kiss. That's a good card. Hoping to get the card that gives us 10 ingredients. We're looking for lots of good cards. Everything cooking related.
Use weapon power culinary dead end and obstacle blocks your settings. Mini boss corrupt enemy aura and raid. Player gold 165. Player health show deck. Player health 100.
Our health is 100. I'm not sure if we healed up. Oh, that's right. I think we healed up. I think we're gonna. Are we gonna fight the extra boss?
Dead end and obstacle blocks your path. Character info. Use weapon power culinary show deck. Player health 100. Show deck. Use weapon character info. Dead end and obstacle. Leave area. Leave this area. Enemy aura and mini boss corrupted tusk board settings.
Okay, mini boss. Maybe we'll take on the mini boss.
Mini boss corrupted tusk board. This beast blocks this path and doesn't. Player gold 165. Player health 100.
Yeah, let's take on the little mini boss.
Player gold. Player health 100. Dead end and obstacle blocks your setting. Direct touch air. Mini boss corrupted tusk board. This beast blocks this path and does not intend to. Enemy gains enraged enchantment. Enemy gains healthy enchantment. Your turn. Enemy status. Kitchen raid. STR1. Create an ingredient. Frenzy. Create 2 more.
We
Action.
Didn't have as
Common.
much health.
Enemy status. Enemy name corrupt. Settings. Enemy description is enemy hand. Dead enemy energy 0. Enemy status. Kitchen raid. STR1. Create an ingredient. Frenzy. Create 2. Battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter a stand. Return this to hand. Tiny trident. +1. Enemy takes 4. Tiny trident. +1. Demon's tail. Tiny trident. Enemy takes 4.
Trident action.
Party flank. 1 use. Gain 2 health. Garnish. Gain SDR. Persistent. Ingredient. Common. Demon's tail. Life 1. Kitchen brawl. STR2. Deal 1 damage. Demon's tail. Party flank. Party flank. 1 use. Gain 2 health. Garnish. Gain SDR. Persistent. Ingredient. Common. Party flank. Demon's tail. Kitchen brawl. Kitchen raid. Character info. End turn. Player energy. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy playing card. Skewer. You take 5 damage. You gained 1 bleeding stacks. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn.
You're taking about 5 to 10 damage per successful attacks.
Character info. Demon's tail. Life 1. 1 use. Shuffle a fury into your deck. Guard. You take 1 damage. You gain cooking enchantment. Fury added to your deck. You gained 1 sated stacks. Party flank. 1 use. You heal 3 health. You gain death blow. STR3. Deal 15 damage. Thick skin. Bonus. You gain 7 armor stacks. No soothe. Bonus. You gained 1 anger stacks. You gained 1 anger stacks. You gained 1 anger stacks. Tiny trident. +1. I don't have enough energy to surge of strength. You heal 2 health. Tiny trident. +1. Enemy takes 7.
Doing pretty good damage.
Party flank. You heal 3 health. You gained 1 sated stacks. Party flank. You gain cooking enchantment. You heal 3 health. You gained 1 sated stacks.
These give up a lot of party flanks.
Kitchen brawl. STR tiny trident. +1. Fury. Gain 1. You gain 1 anger stacks. You take 1 damage. Death blow. STR3. Kitchen brawl. STR tiny trident. +1. Kitchen brawl. Death blow. Character info. End turn. Player energy. STR. 1.
We got 1 energy left.
End turn. Character and death blow. Kitchen brawl. Tiny trident. +1. Enemy takes 8. Party flank. You heal 3 health. You gained 1 sated stacks. Death blow. Kitchen brawl. Tiny trident. Player status. Bleed. Death blow. Player health 100.
Yeah, we got our health back up to max.
Player health 100. Show deck. Player energy. End turn. Enemy turn. End turn. Enemy playing cards. Fight. You block the damage. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn.
I thought our health was
End turn.
17. I don't know how we healed all the way up.
Character info. Choice caught. STR1. Surge of strength. You heal 2 health. Battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter a stance. Return this to hand. Tiny trident. +1. Enemy takes 8. Party flank. 1 U. Player status. Bleeding. Player stat. Party flank. Salty femur. You gain 2 armor stacks. You gain fortified enchantment. You gained 1 sated stacks. Kitchen brawl. STR2. Choice caught. STR1. Character info. Choice caught. Enemy takes 9. Victory. Next.
Good. Easy fight.
Character info. Next. You gain 5 gold. Select a card to add to your deck.
I'm kind
Skippable.
of
Skip
hoping we
rewards.
beat the spider and it didn't reverse.
Enemy status. Enraged. Start of Teeth Wish. STR1. Take 3 damage. This steady ground. STR1. Battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter a stance. Return this to hand. Charges. 5/5. Action. Add Teeth Wish to deck. Add steady ground. Add battle broth to deck. Enemy status. Anger. Stack Teeth Wish. Exploration. Kitch. Show deck. Cards currently in deck 16.
Okay, 16 cards in our deck.
Use weapon power cult. Leave area. Leave this area and venture. Character info. Leave area. Leave dead end and ops. Dead end and ops. Settings.
I think we're done.
Dead end and ops. Leave area. Leave this area and venture forth. Dead end settings.
Let's go to break
Press to
window.
continue. Press to continue. Exploration. Character info. Consul Evelyn, the commander of Brightcandle Fortress. Maribeth Evelyn. I'm here to help. Maribeth Evelyn. What happened to Maribeth Evelyn? It is continue. Maribeth Evelyn. Who are the missing? Maribeth Evelyn. All continue. Maribeth Evelyn. Continue. Maribeth Evelyn. Where should I look? Maribeth Evelyn. I'll investigate. Maribeth Evelyn. Leave.
We're gonna go
Exploration.
to-
Character info.
What we're going to do here in episode 2 is go to the south. That's the usual place I go. Sometimes I like going to the mansion.
Alchemist, my potions are at least 40. Brightcandle in this shabby inn. Fortress gates leave Brightcandle settings. Fortress Brightcandle in this shabby inn looks. Alchemist, my potions are at least 47% safe.
I'm not gonna
Teresa
buy
Black Brew.
anything
Well,
here.
Teresa Black Brew. Well, hello there. Buy a potion. Teresa Black Brew. Well, hello there. Adventurer. Here for any. Buy a potion. 20 gold. Change a card. 35 gold. Leave.
We're not buying
Exploration.
anything.
Character info. Use weapon power cup. Show deck. Player health 100. Player gold 170.
We have 170 gold.
Blacksmith, the fire still burned bright inside the workshop.
Let's go to the blacksmith and
Gregor Firehorn, a sturdy man swings a hammer at his blackened and Gregor Firehorn, a sturdy man swings a hammer at his blackened anvil before he looks up. How can 20 gold? Upgrade a card.
our tiny tridents.
30 gold. Remove 50 gold. Upgrade all your you lose minus 50 gold. Tiny trident upgraded. 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 Exploration. Player fortress gates leave Brightcandle settings.
Okay, we're looking good.
Dead end and obstacle block settings. Dead end and fortress gates leave Brightcandle in this shabby inn looks more like a fortress gates leave Brightcandle and venture forward.
Alright, let's get out of
Brightcandle gates as you approach the guards near. Not yet. Leave. I am player gold. Eastern Blightwoods. Core.
Alright, let's
Travel
go
to the dense and
Eastern
thorny woodlands.
Blightwoods.
Eastern Blightwoods. Core. Player gold 1. Press to continue.
Alright, shouldn't be too much.
Eastern Blightwoods east of the
trouble.
press to continue. Deal with the bandits. 5 period. Consul Evelyn wants you to
Manage
investigate the
not too
disappearance of several
bad.
recruits. Whispers of desertion. Crimson Collector Hall. Exploration. Player gold 100. Player gold 120. Opportunity treasure. Traps or
Okay,
treachery away.
opportunities.
Character info. Use weapon power. Character info. Opportunity. Strange carving. Opportunity treasure. Strange carving. Strange mark. Opportunity treasure. Traps or
Opportunities
small fortune. You
first.
spot something glittering in the shadow. Continue. You gain 18 gold. Small
Ooh,
fortune. You find 18 gold.
gold.
Leave. Exploration.
Nice.
Character and opportunity treasure. Traps or treachery
Let's
away.
look at here.
The collector adventurer.
Oh,
You wouldn't the
the
collector
collector.
adventurer.
Early
You
for
wouldn't
the
have stumbled
collector.
upon any of these cards, have you? What do you
I
want?
don't have anything good for him though.
The collector. What do you want? Hand over a card.
But it's always good to give him a card.
Lead. No thanks. Hand over a
I have
card.
a
Select
card,
card.
I
Battle
know.
broth. Create battle broth. Choice card. Death blow. STR3. Deal 15 damage on draw.
Getting
Free if you are below
death
50% health. Melee action. Rare. On draw.
gonna
On draw
give him
effects
death
trigger with
blow.
card removed. Card
We are
removed.
doing a
Block. The
cooking
collector.
deck.
Oh, how delightful. This wasn't in my collection just yet. Here. I consider this to be fair trade and do
Give
come
us
again.
a little bit more money.
Continue. You gain 45 gold. You heal 31 health. Exploration.
We'll
Character
get
info.
healed. We didn't need to heal, but we'll take the money.
Enemy aura. Enraged. Settings. Crimson Collector Hall. Campsite A brief respite. Mini boss matriarch Daisy Runner.
Let's
Campsite A
go.
Crimson Collector Hall. Who goes
Crimson
there?
Collector.
Enemy gains enraged enchantment. Enemy gains blood taxes enchantment. Your turn. Enemy status. Enraged.
Alright,
Kitchen raid.
Crimson Collector,
STR1.
anything good
Create
for
an
me?
ingredient. Tiny trident. +2. Enemy takes 5. Choice kitchen brawl. STR. Choice cod. STR. Kitchen brawl. Tiny trident. Enemy takes 5. Unknown meat. 1 use.
Okay,
Create
let's
unknown meat.
take
1
our
use.
food,
Create an ingredient. You gain
unknown.
cooking enchantment. You gained 1 sated stack. Sharp leaves. Enemy gained 2 bleeding stacks. You gained 1 sated stack. Kitchen raid. STR. Choice cod. STR. Kitchen brawl. STR2. Unknown meat. 1 use. Create an ingredient. You gained 1 sated stacks. Kitchen brawl. STR. Player status. Sated. Kitchen brawl. Unknown meat. Kitchen brawl. Unknown meat. You gain cooking enchantment. You gained 1 sated stacks. Kitchen brawl. Kitchen brawl. Spicy acid. Enemy gained 2
Spicy
poison stacks.
acid.
You gained 1 sated stacks. Kitchen raid. STR. Choice cod. Kitchen brawl. Choice cod. Kitchen raid. Character info. End turn. Player energy. End turn. Character kitchen raid. S character end turn.
End our turn right there.
Enemy turn. End turn. Enemy takes 1. You take 4 damage. Bulwer. Enemy takes 1. You take 4 damage.
8 damage.
Enemy gains 1 anger stacks.
Looks
Your
like
turn.
we're going to take about 8 to
End
10
turn.
damage each turn.
Character info. Surge of strength. You heal 2 health. Tiny trident. Plus 2. Enemy takes 2. Tiny trident. Enemy takes 1. Unknown meat. 1 use. Create an ingredient. You gained 1 sated stacks. Smoldering ribs. You gain cooking enchantment. Enemy gained 2 burning stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks. Player status. Cook it. No soup. Bonus. You gained 1 anger stacks. You gained 1 anger stacks.
Keeping up with the anger.
Battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter a stance. Return. Unknown meat. 1 use. You gained 1 sated stacks. Tiny trident. Plus 2. Spicy acid. Enemy gained 2 poison stacks. You gained 3 potency stacks. You gained player status. Anger. Sharp leaves. 1. You gained cooking enchantment. Enemy gained 2 bleeding stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks. Thick skin. STR1. I don't have enough surge of strength. You heal 2 health. Tiny trident. Plus thick skin. Bone. You gain 7 armor stacks.
Nice armor.
Player status. Cooking. Tiny trident. Plus character info. End turn. End turn. Me turn. Enemy takes 4. You block the damage. Enemy gain 4 armor stacks. Enemy takes 4. You take 3 damage. You gain 3 bleeding stacks. Enemy takes 5. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn.
Appreciate that.
Enter character info. Battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter a stand. Tiny trident. Plus choice cod. STR1. Deal. Tiny trident. Enemy takes 5. Surge of strength. You heal 2 health. Party flank. 1 use. Unknown meat. 1 use. Create. You get player status. Cooking. Stacks 2 when adding a third party flank. You heal 3 health. You gained 1 sated stack. End turn. Character choice cod. Enemy takes 4. Victory. Next.
There we go.
Next.
Easy victory.
Character info. Next. You gain 7 gold. Select a card to add to your enemy status. Choice card. STR1. Deal 4 damage on hit. Delve an ingredient. Vengeful assault. Neutral 1. Deal 6 damage. Muscle memory. STR1. Draw a melee action. Frenzy. Gain SDR. Action. Common. Frenzy. Frenzy is active when you've taken damage during your turn.
Let's take, there's nothing here good. Let's take the...
Vengeful assault. Choice card. Enemy status. Burning. Stacks 2 at the end of the
skip it
turn.
all.
Take
Skip
1
it.
damage. Player health 98. Player health 98. Show deck. Card skip rewards. Exploration.
Nothing good.
Use weapon power culinary strange carving strange marks are player gold 180. Strange carving bandit looter the blacksmith the fire still burned bright inside the
blacksmith.
workshop.
We have money?
Player health 98. Player health 98. Show deck. Cards use weapon power culinary character info. Player gold 1 strange carving player gold 187.
Yeah, we have enough gold. Let's take them. Let's take the blacksmith.
Strange carving strange mark settings. Settings. Blacksmith the fire still burned bright inside the workshop.
We'll take it.
Regular firehorn ace 30 mans 20 gold. Upgrade 30 gold. Remove a basic attack 50 gold. Upgrade you lose minus 50 gold.
We're getting
Tiny
lots
trident
of good
upgraded. Tiny
upgrades.
trident upgraded. Tiny trident
Tiny
upgraded.
trident
Tiny
is
trident upgraded.
6
Tiny trident
damage
upgraded.
at
Tiny
minimum.
trident upgraded. Exploration. Player gold settings. Opportunity treasure. Traps or
There's an
treachery await.
opportunity. We'll take that.
Ambush all seems clear until you hear
it's
something approaching
ambush.
just a fight. Enemy gains 30 enchantment. Player energy. Your turn. Player energy.
do we get fighters
Player
here?
energy. Choice card. Enemy status. Enemy name Crimson Cannoneer. Enemy health 32. Enemy energy 0. Enemy status. Armor. Choice card. STR1. Battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter a stance. Return. Tiny surge of strength.
My
Gain SDR in 1
deck's
health.
not really
Action.
strong against
Common.
cannons.
Tiny trident. Surge of strength. You heal 2 health. Tiny trident. Plus 3. Enemy takes 4. Unknown meat. 1 use. Sugar plum. 1. You gain cooking enchantment. Added to enemy deck. Tiny trident. Enemy takes 6. 4 damage on hit. Delve an ingredient. Unknown meat. 1 use. Create. You gain 1 sated stacks.
Build up some fire is really good against the cannon because armor's not going to really protect you that much.
Spicy acid. Enemy gain 2 poison stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks. Choice card. STR. Enemy takes 5. Select card. Unknown meat. Spicy acid. Salty femur.
I
1
go
use.
for the
Spicy acid.
spice.
Unknown meat.
Either
1 use.
poison
Create an
or
ingredient. Garnish.
fire.
Draw a card. Spicy acid. You gain cooking enchantment. Enemy gain. You gained 1 sated stacks. Unknown meat. 1 use. Create an ingredient. You gained 1 sated stacks. Character info. Demon's tail. Life 1. 1 use. Shuffle it. You take 1 damage. You riot it to your deck. You gain lay in weight. You gained 1 sated stacks. Player status. Potent. Player status. Lay in weight. Gain 1 evasion. Your next damage is a critical. Player health 99. Show deck. Player and end turn. Character. Player status. Lay in character and end turn. Enemy turn. Enemy gain 2 armor stacks. Enemy takes 3. Your turn. End turn. Character info. Tiny trident. Plus 3. Enemy takes 10.
Oh, that was nice.
Surge of strength.
It's
Gain
really
SDR
good
in
to
1
get
health.
that
You heal 2 health.
crit
No
from
soup.
Demon's
STR1. Fury. No soup. Fury. You gained 1 anger stacks. You take 1 damage. Character info. No soup. You gained 1 anger stacks. Unknown meat. You gain cooking enchantment. You gained 1 sated stacks. Thick skin. Bonus. You gain 6 armor stacks. Player status. Cook. Unknown meat. 1 use. You gained 1 sated stacks. Player status. Cook. Sharp leaves. Enemy gains 2 bleeding stacks. Enemy gains deep wound enchantment. 1.
Deep wound.
Ellipsis. You gained 1. End turn. Character info.
Trying
End
to
turn.
build a deep wound deck.
Player
a little
energy.
bit.
Show deck. Cards currently in deck 4. Player health 99. Show deck. Player health 99. Show deck. Player energy. End turn. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy gain 2 armor stacks. Enemy takes 3. Your turn.
We
End
didn't
turn.
like the fuchsia.
Character info. Kitchen brawl. STR2. Deal. Battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter a stance. Return tiny trident. +3. Enemy takes 5. Victory. Character info.
Got him.
Character info.
Yeah, sometimes you can stop them from shooting the cannon. I think what really does it is those sugar plums. Those sugar plums are really good at blocking that.
Enemy status. Sturdy. At the start of your player health 99. Enemy status. Settings. Enemy's player health 99. Show deck. Next. You gain 5 gold. Select a card to add to your enemy status. Test of fate. Settings. Test of fate. Big Eater. ST Battle Broth.
Oh,
create an ingredient whenever you enter a stance. Return this to
Eater's
hand. Charges. 5/5. Action.
guard.
Big Eater. STR1. This combat. Conjure a random ingredient at the start of your turn. You are immune to
Very
stun.
good.
Enchantment. Rare.
We'll try to
Sated.
enchant
Whenever
that one.
Battle Broth. Add Test of Fate to deck. Add Big Eater to deck.
Big Eater.
Enemy status.
That was a
Bleeding.
good grab.
Exploration. Kitchen. Player health 99.
Later. It's good medium path.
Enemy aura. Settings. Mini boss matriarch. Strange carving. Enemy aura. Enraged. Start strange carving. Mini boss matriarch. Settings. Settings. Mini boss matriarch. Daisy runner up. Strange carving. Strange marks are carved. Enemy aura. Enraged. Strange carving. Strange marks are carved onto bandit markings. Use bandit. Follow the trail. Exploration. Show deck. Show deck. Enemy aura. First. Settings. Talking tree. You hear faint. Campsite. A brief. Crimson tracker. There you are. Boss been looking for you. Campsite. A brief respite. Talking tree. You hear faint mumbling coming from a nearby tree. 3 question marks. A soft squeal. 3 question marks. A soft squealing breaks the unnatural side. Continue. 3 question marks. Check the man's boot. Leave him tied up. Start cutting the road. Julius Belthorpe. As soon as the man is free, he huffed. Continue. Julius Belthorpe. Continue. Julius Belthorpe. What are you selling? What are you selling? What are you selling? Julius Where do you get? Maybe later. Show me your collection. 0. Costs 1 Fatisher refresh stock.
Good.
Barricade costs 10. STR1. Lunging strike costs 10. Bunker down costs 20. Seething anger costs 40. Visceral blow costs 40. Rigged explosives costs 40. Ghost clef costs 10. Dex Hunter's mark costs 20. If 0. Costs 1 Fatisher refresh stock. You lose 1 Fatisher. Julius, I show you the special stock. Dance of Blight costs 10. Life 1. Gain Ritualist N1. Polish costs 10. Neutral 1. Gain 3 armor for each. Flurry of Steel costs 40. STR1. Take the hit costs 20. STR. Demolition costs 20. STR. Seismic Slam costs 10. Heavy Swing costs 10. ST. Avenging Strike costs 10. Aim Shot costs 20. Deal. Aim Shot costs 20. Deal. Event. Heavy. Size. Take the. Flurry. Dance of. Close merchant costs 1. Close merchant. Exploration. Show deck. Strange carving. Strange marks are character info. Strange carving. Enemy aura. Crimson tracker. There. Opportunity treasure. Settings. Opportunity treasure. Traps or Treach. Blood moon rises. Bleed. Exploration. Character. Strange carving. Strange marks are character info. Strange carve. Campsite. A brief respite from the perils of campsite. Strange carving. Strange carving. Bandit markings. You spots. Follow the trail. Exploration. Settings. Settings. Area status. Bandit looter disability. Campsite. A brief respite from the peril. Bandit looter disability. Bandit looter disability. Enemy gains blood moon enchantment. Enemy gains wealthy enchantment. Your turn. Area status. Blood moon. Enemy. Surge of strength. Gain SDR. You heal 2 health. Kitchen brawl. Kitchen brawl. Big Eater. STR1. You gain Big Eater enchantment.
Big Eater up.
Battle. Kitchen raid. Battle broth. Create an kitchen raid. STR1. Player status. Big Eater. Kitchen raid. Battle. Kitchen brawl. STR2. Deal 1. Battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter a stance. Return unknown meat. 1 use. Create an ingredient. Kitchen raid. STR1. Unknown meat. 1 use. Kitchen brawl. Character and end turn. Player energy. STR1. End turn. Character info. Kitchen brawl. Unknown meat. 1 use. You gain cooking enchantment. You gained 1 sated stacks. Unknown meat. 1 use. You gained 1 sated stacks. Player status. Cooking. Sugar plum. Added to enemy deck. You gained 1 sated stacks. End turn. Character info. End turn. Character kitchen brawl. Sugar plum. You gain cooking enchantment. Added to enemy deck. You gained 1 sated stacks. End turn. Kitchen brawl. STR player status. Cooking. Kitchen brawl. Character info. Kitchen brawl. STR character end turn. Enemy turn. End turn. Enemy playing cards. Fiery potion. You take 2 damage. You gained 1 burning stacks. Potion of vitality. Enemy heals 3. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. End turn. Player energy. STR 3. Show deck. Cards. Player energy. STR. End turn. Character info. Sugar plum. 1. Added to enemy deck. You gained 1 sated stacks. Character info. Battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter a tiny trident. +3. Enemy takes 6. Tiny trident. Enemy takes 6. And no meat. 1 use. Create an ingredient. You gain spicy acid. You gain cooking enchantment. Enemy gain 2 poison. You gained 1 sated stacks. Player status. Burning. Thick skin. Bonus. ST. You gained 8 armor stacks.
Thick skin.
End turn. Character info. Battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter a stance. Tiny trident. Plus, I don't have enough energy to. And no meat. 1 use. Create it. You gained 1 sated stacks.
Dropping a lot of food.
Salty femur. 1. You gain 2 armor stacks. You gain fortified enchantment. You gained 1 sated kitchen brawl. STR. Tiny trident. Plus sugar plum. 1. You gain cooking enchantment. Added to enemy deck. You gain 1 sated kitchen brawl. Tiny trident. Player status. Burning. Tiny kitchen brawl. Character info. End turn. Enter. You take 1 damage. Enemy turn.
Pretty busy.
Quick. Enemy takes 1. You block the damage. Whack. Enemy takes 1. You block the damage. You gain 2 vulnerable stacks. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. End turn.
We're doing good.
Character info. Smoldering rids. 1 use. Enemy gained 2 burning stacks. You gained 1 save. Tiny trident. +3. Enemy takes 6. Tiny trident. Plus enemy takes 6. And no meat. 1 use. Create an ingredient. You gained 1 sated stacks. Salty femur. You gain cooking enchantment. You gained 2 armor stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks. Player status. Vulnerable. Kitchen brawl. STR2. And no meat. 1 use. You gained 1 sated stacks. No soothe. STR. I don't have enough energy to play the choice card. STR. Surge of strength. Character info. Surge of strength. You heal 2 health. Choice card. STR. No soothe. Bonus. Kitchen brawl. No soothe. You gained 1 anger stacks. You gained 1 anger stacks. You gained 1 anger stacks. Spicy acid. 1. Enemy gained 2 poison stacks. You gained 4 potency stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks. Tiny trident. Plus 3. Kitchen brawl. ST player status. Bump. Kitchen. Tiny trident. Kitchen brawl. Choice card. Character info. End turn.
Dropping a lot of food.
You take 1 damage. Enemy turn. Enemy takes 5. You block the damage. Fiery enemy takes 5. You take 1 damage. You gain 1 burning stacks. Enemy gain victory. Next.
Yeah,
next.
That damage is pretty high this early on. You're doing like 5 damage with your burns and your poisons. Yeah, and your poisons have a chance to just do so much more damage. I can't remember the mechanic, but there's a mechanic that makes your poisons do even more damage. It's witches something. Can't remember it, but yeah, your spicy acid has a chance to enact that.
Area status. Enemy status. Player health 97.
97 now.
Show deck. Cards currently in deck 16. Next. You gain 15 gold. Select a card to add to area status. Enemy status. Vengeful assault. Neutral. Avenging strike. Astonishade. STR1. Gain armor equal to your foe's stagger. 0 enter stone stance. Action. Common. Armor. When dealt damage. Take 1 less damage per stack of armor. Armor fades at the start of the turn. Stagger. At the start of your turn. Take damage equal to half your stagger. Then reduce your stagger by an equal amount. Stone stance. Whenever you gain armor, gain 1 more. You are immune to bleeding. Avenging strike. Astonishade. Add avenging strike to add astonishade to deck. Enemy status. Burning. Exploration. Kitchen brawl. Player health 97.
Bleeds and poison are very dangerous to a food deck. So you need, even though those cards you don't use them, you need to have them available to you.
Shine a strange statue stands out from its bandit camp enemy aura. For bandit camp, shine a strange character and use weapon pop character. Shine a strange shine a strange shine of potential the statue of a shine of potential the statue of inspect the shrine. Shine of potential select a card to remove. Then upgrade all cards sharing the cards type. Offer a card. Select card. Battle broth. Create battle broth. Big eater. STR choice card. Kitchen brawl. Kitchen brawl. STR2. Deal 1 damage. Kitchen brawl. STR2. Deal 1 damage twice. Kitchen brawl. Card removed. Card removed. Block. Tiny trident upgraded. Tiny trident upgraded. Tiny trident upgraded. Choice cube upgraded. Kitchen brawl upgraded. Tiny trident upgraded. Shine of potential. The gavel glows brightly as it strikes the card you placed in its extended hand. Your mind fills with pride for one brief moment, and the statue seems to stand even taller than before. Exploration. Settings. Area settings. Area status. Alchemist my potion. Crimson Bloodhound a demon. Campsite a brief respite from the Crimson Bloodhound a demonic hound. Crimson Bloodhound a demon. Enemy gains Blood Moon enchantment. Enemy gains Blood Scent enchantment. Your turn. Area status. Blood Moon. Tiny trident. Plus 4. Neutral. Enemy takes 7. Surge of strength. You heal 2 health. Tiny trident. Enemy takes 7.
14.
Party flank. 1 you. No soothe. STR1. Gain 1 anger and draw a card. You gained 1 anger stacks. Party flank. 1. You gain cooking enchantment. You gained 1 sated stacks. Player status. Cooking. Battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter. Player status. Cooking. Sugar plum. 1. Added to enemy deck. You gained 1 sated. Surge of strength. You heal 2 health. Party flank. 1 you. You heal 3 health. You player status. Player status. Player status. Anger. Stacks 1 increases the player health 100. Show deck. Player energy. STR. End turn. Player energy. Show deck. Cards player energy. End turn.
Could have left one of those
enemy turn.
Up.
Enemy playing cards. Blood bite. You take 4 damage. Enemy heals 4. Enemy gains 1 anger stacks. Your turn. End turn. Character info. Big eater. STR1. You gain big eater enchantment. Tiny trident. Battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter as tiny trident. Plus enemy takes 7. Unknown meat. 1. You gain cooking enchantment. You gain end turn. Character in tiny trident. Thick skin. Bonus. STR1. Gain 5 armor. You gain 6 armor stacks. Salty femur. You gain 2 armor stacks. You gained 1 sated stack. Tiny trident. Plus 4. Enemy takes 7. Party flank. 1 use. Gained unknown meat. 1 use. Create an ingredient. You gained 1 sated stacks. Character info. Party flank. 1 use. Salty femur. You gain cooking enchantment. You gain 2 armor stacks. You player health 96.
Let me heal up.
Show deck. Player energy. Enter. Character party flank.
I like my health.
You heal 3 health. You gained 1 sated stacks.
Better that way.
Player status. Cooking. Kitchen brawl. Plus 1. I don't have enough energy to character info. End turn.
Done.
Enemy turn. End turn. Enemy playing cards. Blood bite. You block the damage. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. End turn.
I don't count every single armor.
Character info. Smoldering ribs. Enemy takes 2. You gained 1 sated stacks. Tiny trident. Plus enemy takes 7. Choice. Victory. Next.
Easy peasy. Again, my deck should be able to outpace most enemies at this stage.
Area status. Enemy status. Settings. Enemy stat. Area status. Player health 99. Show deck. Next. You gain 4 gold. Select a card to add to your deck. Skippable. Skip reward. Area status. Enemy status. Choice card. STR1. Deal 4 damage. Field surgery. STR1. Battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter a stance. Return this to hand. Charges. 5/5. Action.
Good.
Field surgery. Choice card. Enemy status. Area status. Player health 99. Player health 9. Show deck. Skip rewards. Exploration. Use weapon power culinary web. Bandit camp looks like you. Area status. Settings. Settings. Area status. Crimson Cannoneer just alchemist my potions. Bandit camp looks like you found a bandit's hut. Alchemist my potions are at least 47% safe. Alchemist my potion. Teresa Black Brew. Well, hello there. Adventurer. To buy a potion. 20 gold. Change a card to 35 gold. Lead. Exploration. Settings. Area status. Settings. Settings. Area status. Crimson Tracker, there you are. Campsite, a brief respite from the Crimson Tracker, there you are. Crimson Tracker, there you. Enemy gains Blood Moon enchantment. Enemy gains First Strike enchantment. Enemy turn. Enemy playing cards. Riftless. You take 4 damage.
Tracker.
Area status. Enemy gains 1 anger stacks. Your turn. Kitchen raid. STR1. Create battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter a stance. Return this to no soothe. STR1. Stun a shade. STR1. Gain armor equal to your foe's stagger. 0. Demons. You gain stone stance enchantment. Demon's tail.
Stance.
Battle broth. Demon's tail. You take 1 damage. You gain cook. You added to your deck. You gained 1 sated stacks. Battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter a player status. Cook it. Demon's tail. Life 1. No soothe. Bonus. You gained 1 anger stacks. You gained 1 anger stacks. Tiny trident. +4. I don't have enough energy to fury. Gain 1 anger. You gained 1 anger stacks. You take 1 damage. Kitchen raid. STR1. Tiny trident. Demon's tail. Life. Tiny trident. Tiny trident. Player status. Cook. Tiny demons. Tiny trident. Kitchen raid. Character and turn.
And their turn.
Enemy turn. Enemy playing cards. Riftled list. You take 5 damage. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn.
Yeah, we should be able to catch up here.
Character info. Demon's tail. Life 1. Battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter a stance. Tiny trident. +4. Enemy takes 10.
Here we go.
Surge of strength. You heal 2 health. And no meat. Kitchen brawl. +1. STR2. Deal tiny trident. +4. Neutral 1. Demon's tail. You take 1 damage. You added it to your deck. You gain 1 sated stacks. Kitchen brawl. Tiny trident. Enemy takes 10.
And that should start killing the enemies fast.
And no meat. 1 use. Create an ingredient. You gained 1 and no meat. You gain cooking enchantment. You gained 1 sated stacks. Surge of strength. You heal 2 health. Salty femur. 1. You gain 3 armor stacks. You kitchen brawl. +1. And no meat. 1 use. Create an ingredient. You gained 1 sated stacks. And no meat. You gain cooking enchantment. You gained 1 sated stacks. Sugar plum. 1. Added to enemy deck. You gained 1 sated stacks. End turn. Character and kitchen brawl. +1. Demon's tail. Life 1. 1 use. Fury. Gain 1 anger. You gain 1 anger stacks. You take 1 damage. Kitchen brawl. +1. STR2. Demon's tail. You take 1 damage. You added to your deck. You gained 1 sated stacks. Player status. Lay in wait. Choice caught. +1. Kitchen brawl. Plus character info. End turn.
We'll hit him one more time. It should
Enemy
be
turn. End turn. Enemy playing cards. Camouflage. Enemy gained 1 evasion stacks. System. Foul committed to your deck. Player energy. STR. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. Character info. Thick skin. STR. Big eater. STR1. Fury. Gain 1 anger. Take tiny trident. +4. Enemy has evaded this attack.
Oh, come on.
Player status. Stones. Tiny trident. Plus enemy takes 11.
There we go. Oh, he's still alive.
End turn. Character. Thick skin. STR1. Gain 5 armor. You gain 6 armor stack. Fury. Gain 1 anger. Take 1. You gain 1 anger stacks. You take 1 damage. Big eater. STR1. This you gain Big Eater enchantment. Stun a shade. STR1. Player status. Big Eater. Stun a shade. And no meat. 1. You gain cooking enchantment. You gain 1 sated stacks. Character info. Stun a shade. And no meat. 1 use. Create. You gain 1 sated stacks. Player status. Cooking. Salty femur. You gain 3 armor stacks. You gain fortified enchantment. You stun a shade. STR. Player status. Stun a character. End turn. Enemy turn.
More hits to be done.
Enemy playing cards. Riftled list. You block the damage. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. End turn. Character info. Smoldering ribs. You gain cooking enchantment. Enemy gained 2 burning. You gained 1 sated stacks. No soothe. Bonus. STR. You gained 1 anger stacks. You gained 1 anger stacks. Choice caught. +1. Surge of strength. You heal 2 health. Battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter a stance. Return this and no meat. 1 use. Create. You gained 1 sated stacks.
Just eating up all my food.
Player status. Cooking. Smoldering ribs. Enemy takes 4. You gained 1 sated stacks.
That's your mom used to say, clean your plate.
End turn. Character a tiny trident. Enemy takes 14. Victory. Next.
Shit.
Character info.
It's all good. If you clean your plate, mama's happy.
Player gold 161. Player gold 161. Area status. Blood moon. Enemy status. Area status. Player health 90.
We lost a little bit of health. We're down 10 health.
Show deck. Cards currently in next.
Let's see what we got.
Level up. Pick a talent. Reroll button
oh,
for
we
devotion.
got a level up. Let's good. Let's get our level up done. That's really good. What do we got for leveling up? Where's? Oh, there's Luther. Luther, where were you? Oh, okay. Sounds good. All right. You do you.
Select devotion. Gain access to holy cards. Add a prayer card to your deck.
No devotion.
Reroll button for duplicity.
Duplicity can be really good.
Select reroll button for duplicity. Select duplicity whenever you add a card to your deck you already own. Upgrade the existing copies 2 times.
Cooking cards, it's really easy to upgrade them. Duplicity will make that easy.
Reroll button for malice. Attacks deal additional damage equal to your potency. 0.
That's... I feel like I'm going to use duplicity, but let me reroll these.
Select malice. Your basic attacks deal. Reroll button for malice. Reroll. 2 rerolls remaining. Select durable. Gain +20 maximum health.
Having more health is valuable in a cooking deck.
Reroll button for durable.
I'm going to keep durable up.
Select duplicity whenever you reroll button for select devotion. Gain access to holy cards. Add a prayer card. Reroll button for devotion. Reroll. 1 rerolls remaining. Reroll button for alchemist. Select Alchemist. Transmute all your basic attacks into different cards.
Oh god, no.
Reroll button for Alchemist. Reroll. 0 rerolls remaining. Select Survival Instincts. Heal 5% of your maximum health at the start of combat.
Healing in the beginning of combat is useful, but...
Select Survival Instincts. Heal 5% of your maximum health at the start. Select Duplicity whenever you add a card to your deck you already own. Upgrade the existing copies 2 times.
The bad thing about this card is I have to get rid of the copies that are in my deck. And it doesn't really help much later on. But, we'll play with Duplicity for a while.
Select Durable Gain plus 20 maximum health. Select Duplicity whenever you add a card to your deck you already own. Upgrade the existing copies. You gain 4 gold. Select a card to add to your deck. Skippable. Skip rewards. Character info. Area status. Enemy status. Area status. Player gold 165.
A little bit more conservative.
Area status. Enemy status. Chasm. STR1. Deal 4 damage. Deal. Enemy status. Chasm. STR1. Deal 4 damage. Deals. Execute. STR3. Battle Ridge. STR1. Conjure a Fury Frenzy. Your Fury cards grant 1 additional anger. Action. Uncommon. Execute. Battle Ridge. STR1. Conjure a Fury Frenzy. Your Fury enemies. Area player health 90. Show deck. Skip rewards. Exploration. Use weapon power culinary weapon activate to start combat with a random enemy aura. First area status. Blood move settings. Area status. Campsite debris. Crimson Cannoneer. Just Crimson Tracker. There you are. Boss been looking for you. Crimson Tracker. There you are. Enemy gains Blood Moon enchantment. Enemy gains First Strike enchantment. Enemy turn. Areas. Enemy playing cards. System. Falconated to your deck. Areas. System. Falconated to your deck. Enemy status. Enemy gained 1 your turn. Settings. Enemy name Crimson Tracker. Settings. Enemy settings. Previously played card. System settings. Enemy status. Area status. Choice card. +1. Tiny Trident. +4. Enemy takes 7. Tiny Trident. Enemy takes 7.
14.
And no meat. 1 use. You gain Cooking enchantment.
Good
You gained 1
start.
sated stacks. Party flank. 1 use. Gain 2 health. You heal 3 health. You gained 1 sated stack. Choice card. +1. Battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter a stance. And no meat. 1 use. Create an ingredient. You gained 1 sated stacks. And no meat. You gain Cooking enchantment. You gained 1 sated stacks. Demon's Tail. Life 1. 1 use. Shuffle. You take 1 damage. Furioted to your deck. You gain 1 sated stack. Astonishade. STR1. Gain armor equal to your foe's stagger. 0 enter stone stance. Action. I don't have enough energy to play this. Sugar
No,
plum.
we don't have it.
1 use. Added to enemy deck. You gained 1 sated stat. Player status. Sated. Tiny Trident. +4. Astonishade. Choice card. Character info. End turn.
Be able to at least do a crit.
End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy playing cards. Camouflage. Enemy gained 1 evasion stacks. And enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. End turn. Character info. Battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter a stance. Return this to hand. Surge of strength. You heal 2 health. Kitchen brawl. +1. Tiny Trident. Enemy has evaded this attack.
Oh.
Area status. Blood sugar plum. 1. You gain Cooking enchantment. Added to enemy deck. You gained 1 sated stacks. Surge of strength. You heal 2 health. Kitchen brawl. +1. Player status. Cooking. Kitchen brawl. Plus character info. Kitchen brawl. Player. Enemy takes 3. Player status. Cooking. Stacks 1 when adding a third player status. Sated. Player status. Cooking. Stacks 1 when player health 101. Show deck. Player energy. STR. 1. End turn. Character player status. Player status. Sated. Stacks 1 player status. Cooking. Character info. End turn.
No
Enemy turn.
cards left.
Enemy playing cards. Riffled. You take 6 damage. System. Falconated to your deck. Player health 95. Enemy gains your turn. End turn. Character info. Player status. Thick skin. Player health 95. Player health 90. Show deck. Player enter. Character in thick skin. Fury. Tiny Trident. +4. Neutral 1. Fury. You gain 1 anger stacks. You take 1 damage. Big Eater. STR1. This combat. You gain Big Eater enchantment. No soothe. Bonus. STR1. Gain 1 anger. Kitchen raid. Bonus. Tiny Trident. +4. Enemy takes 8.
Tiny Trident up.
No soothe. STR. And no meat. Player status. And no meat. 1. You gained 1 sated stacks. Player status. Big E. Demon's Tail. Life 1. 1 use.
We'll do another
You take 1
Demon's
damage.
Tail.
You ride it to your
Those
deck. You gain lay and wait
crits are
enchantment.
really
You gain 1
important.
sated stack. Character info. End turn.
So you get those crits with
End
the
turn.
Demon's
Enemy
Tail.
turn. Enemy playing cards. Riffled.
Could be
You
more
take 7
and more
damage.
important the stronger
Your turn.
our Tiny Tridents get.
And you take 1 damage. You gained 1 bleeding stacks. You take 1 damage. You gained 1 bleeding stacks.
Stop cutting me.
Character info. And no meat. 1 use. Fury. Gain 1 anger. You gained 1 anger stacks. You take 1 damage. Thick skin. STR1. Tiny Trident. Enemy takes 18.
There we
Victory.
go.
Next.
Nice.
Character
See,
character
those
info.
start to get really nasty, especially with the Furies and the Angers.
Player gold 165. Player gold 106. Area status. Enemy status. Area status. Player gold 100. Character info. Next. Show deck. Player health 83.
Health's going down. We're down with 17 health.
Area status. Enemy status. Settings. Enemy status. Area status. Player health 83. Show deck. Next. You gain 4 gold. Select a card to add to your deck.
Careful
Skippable.
here.
Skip rewards.
Looking for duplicates.
Character info. Area status. Enemy status. Vengeful assault. Neutral. Seismic slam. ST. Chaos Nova. Life 2.
Nothing.
Inflict a random affliction. Repeat for each
Nothing.
enemies. Areas. Player health 83. Show deck. Skip rewards.
Nothing
Exploration.
good.
Use weapon. Enemy aura. And area status. Bandit camp looks. Area status. Settings. Area status. Bandit camp looks like mini boss matriarch campsite. A brief respite from the perils of adventure.
I don't want to heal yet if I don't have to.
Mini boss matriarch Daisy. Bandit camp looks like you found a bandit
So it's
hideout.
the bandit
Bandit camp
camp.
looks like you've bandit den as you search for the next carving. Continue. Bandit den you
Let's go
follow the
rush.
increasingly muddy trail of approach quietly. Charge in.
Let's rush.
Enemy gains Blood
loudly.
Moon enchantment.
Get
Enemy
some
gains Enraged
experience
enchantment.
points
Enemy
and
gains Wealthy
money.
enchantment. Your turn. Enemy status. Area
Sometimes you
status.
can-
Blood Moon.
I like
Enemies
to
gain 1
skip
anger
it,
at the
but
end of their turn.
sometimes I like
Visit a
to fight
campsite to
this
allow the
guy.
moon to pass. Enemy status. Area status. Astonishade. STR1. Game area status. Blood enemy status. Area stat. Astonishade. Player health 83. Show deck. Player energy. End turn. Character in Astonishade.
STR1.
Gain armor equal to your foe's stagger. 0 enters. Time. You gain stone stance enchantment. Thick skin. STR1. Gain 5 armor. You gain 6 armor stacks. Kitchen raid. S player status. Stone kitchen raid. Tiny trident. Character info. End turn.
Protect yourself as much as possible.
Enemy turn. End turn.
He likes to
Enemy
hit
playing
a lot.
cards. Potion of vitality. Enemy heals 3. Quick fingers. You block the damage. Enemy gained 1
He
anger
likes to
stats.
punch
Enemy gained
you
1
a
anger
lot.
stats.
It's
Your
very
turn.
punchy.
End turn. Character info. Choice card. +1. Surge of strength. Gain. You heal 2 health. Tiny trident. +4. Enemy takes 7.
Trident.
Battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter a stance. Return
Try
this
to
to
keep our
hand.
defense
Charges.
up.
Sugar plum. 1. You gain cooking enchantment. Added to enemy deck. You gained 1 sated stacks. Choice card. +1. Battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter a stance. Return this to sugar plum. 1. Added to enemy
Got
deck.
lots
You
of
gained 1
sugar
sated
plums
stacks.
today.
Choice card. +1. And known meat. 1 use. Create an ingredient. You gained 1 sated stacks. No soothe. STR1. Gain 1. Player status. Stone stand. No soothe. STR1. Gain 1 anger. Demon's tail. Life 1. 1 use.
Oh,
You
so
take 1
you
damage.
still
You gain
up?
cooking enchant. You added to your deck. You gained 1 sated stacks. Character info. End turn. Player energy. STR. 2. End turn. Character choice card. +1. STR1. Deal star 5 star down. No soothe. Bonus. STR. You gained 1 anger stacks. You gained 1 anger stacks.
The anger up.
Choice card. +1. STR1. Deal start. The enemy takes 8. Select card. Sharp leaves. 1 use. Demon's tail.
Sharp leaf.
And known meat.
Let's
1 use.
go
Demon's tail. Sharp
sharp
leaves.
leaves.
Big
You
eater.
can bleed 'em more.
STR1. This combat. Tiny trident. +4. Nope. I don't have enough energy to play. Sharp leaves. Enemy gained 2 bleeding stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks. Big eater. STR1. Tiny trident. +4. Neutral 1. Player status. Tiny Big eater. Character
Wish
info.
that big eater
End
hadn't
turn.
come up. Could have used
End
it
turn.
this turn.
Enemy turn. Enemy playing cards. Whack. You take 5 damage. You gain 2 vulnerable stacks. Whack. You take 6 damage. You gain 2
Ouch.
vulnerable stacks. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks.
11
Enemy gained 1
damage
anger
right
stacks.
there.
Your turn. Character info. Surge of strength. You heal 2 health. Tiny trident. +4. Enemy takes 2. Anger take 1 damage. Draw a card. Kitchen brawl. Fury. Gain 1. You gain 1 anger stacks.
Fury
You
up.
take 1 damage. And known meat. 1 use. Choice card. +1. Player status. Vulnerable. Choice card. +1. STR1.
Choice
Enemy
card.
enemy takes 1. Party flank. 1 use. Character
We'll
info.
take that party flank.
Kitchen brawl. +1. Thick skin. Bonus. You gain 6 armor stacks.
Armor up.
Party flank. 1. You heal 3 health. You
Heal
gain
a
1
little
sated
bit.
stacks.
Have some-
Kitchen brawl.
have
+1.
some party
STR and known meat.
wings.
1. You gain cooking enchantment. You gain 1 sated stacks. Kitchen brawl. +1. STR2. Sharp leaves. Enemy gain 2 bleeding stacks.
Sharp
You gain 1 sated
leaves.
stacks. Kitchen brawl. +1. I don't have enough energy. Player status. Vulnerable. Kitchen brawl. Character info. End turn.
We're doing okay. We're not
Enter.
taking
Enemy turn.
too much bleed damage.
Enemy playing cards. Quick fingers. You take 1 damage. You lose -5 gold. Enemy
I don't
gain 3
like
anger
losing
stacks.
the
Potion of
gold,
vitality.
though. It's
Enemy heal 3.
useful.
Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. And character info. Kitchen raid. STR1. Big eater. STR1. This combat.
That's
You gain
Big
big eater
Eater
enchantment. Tiny trident. +4. Enemy takes 2.
We're
Victory.
doing good.
Net.
That was good. That wasn't too bad.
Character info.
Actually, is it worth it to fight that guy? I think so. You get the experience. He might drop a good card.
Area status. Enemy status. Area player health 76.
Down about 24 health.
Show deck. Cards currently in deck next. You gain 20 gold. Select a card to add to your deck. Skip area status. Enemy status. Chop him up. STR2. Deal 2 damage 3 times.
Chop
Conjure a
up's
random ingredient for
really
each
good.
hit. Melee action. Uncommon.
was what we
On hit.
needed.
Requires the attack to have hit the target. And dealt damage.
That's how you cook like a god. Chop it up is good.
Served cold. STR1. While in this stance,
but no,
inflict 1
why
frozen and
not?
gain 1 health whenever you play an
My
ingredient.
stance
Crossed action.
card.
Uncommon. Stances. Stances are special fighting techniques that can be
chop it
adopted through
up's a
various
little
cards.
bit rare.
Only 1 stance can be blast shield.
We'll take chop it
STR1.
up.
Add chop him up to add serve code. Add chop him up to deck. Enemy
Chop
status.
it up's a
Bleeding.
little harder
Chop
to
up.
come by.
Exploration.
I'll
Kitchen
keep
brawl.
that.
Player gold 100.
And
Show
chop it
deck.
up can
Cards
be
currently in deck
upgraded.
17.
I really wanted served code because it heals us.
Enemy aura. Area stat settings. Area status. Boss Garden Greaves 8. Campsite 8. Brief rest. Mini boss matriarch Daisy 1.
Let's
Campsite 8. Brief rest. Campsite
kill
8. Brief rest.
him.
Campfire A. Warm fire and remove a card. Heal 20. You heal 21 health.
That is
Exploration.
really good. We got
Character
some
info.
good opportunities in our deck. Really good. We'll take on Garvin, and if we have enough health left, we'll take on Daisy.
Enemy aura. Settings. Campsite A. Brief Crimson Cannoneer just holds. Mini boss matriarch Day. Player gold
Oh, we got a
184.
Cannoneer.
Player gold 184. Player health 97.
Let's deal with the Cannoneer first.
Enemy aura. Enrage. Settings. Campsite A. Brief Crimson Cannoneer just holds. Still will you.
He's annoying.
Enemy gains enraged enchantment. Enemy gains sturdy enchantment.
I like to
Enemy
kill
gains 2
him
armor
because he
stacks.
gives
Your
you
turn.
more
Enemy
experience.
status. Chop him up. STR2. Deal 2 damage. Player health 90. Show deck. Player end turn. Character and chop him up. Tiny trident. +4. Enemy takes 5.
Kill him really fast.
Kitchen brawl. Tiny trident. +4. Enemy takes 7.
Lots of tiny tridents and demon's tails.
And known meat. 1. You gain cooking enchantment.
Get it.
You gain 1 sated stacks. Chop him up. STR2. Surge of strength. You heal 2 health. Kitchen brawl. +1. And known meat. 1 use. Create. You gain 1 sated stacks. Demon's tail. Life.
There it
You
is.
take 1 damage. You ride it to your
Definitely
deck. You
want
gain lay and
that.
weight. You gained 1 sated stacks. End turn. Player energy. STR. 1.
Oh, if I had one more energy, I could chop him up.
End turn. Character chop him up. STR. Kitchen brawl. +1. STR2. Smoldering ribs. 1. You gain cooking enchantment. Enemy gain 2 burning stacks. You gain 1 save. Chop him up. STR kitchen brawl. +1. STR2. Player status. Cooking. Stacks kitchen brawl. Chop him up. Character info. End turn.
Yeah, this is good. We might
Enemy
kill him
turn.
before he
Enemy gain 2
shoots.
armor stacks. Enemy playing cards. Load cannon.
No, he's low.
Enemy takes 2. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. End turn. Character info. No soothe. Bonus. Fury. Gain 1 anger. Take 1 damage. You gain 1 anger stacks. You take 1 damage. Choice card. +1. STR1. Tiny trident. +4. Neutral 1. Enemy takes 14.
There we go. Nice 14
And no
points
meat.
of damage.
1 use. Create an. You gained 1 sated stacks. Player status. Cooking. Smoldering ribs. And enemy takes 4.
Much
You
damage
gain
as we
victory.
can get on
Next.
him. There we
Character
go.
info.
Sometimes the smoldering ribs will also damage him for how much burn he can take. So if he has 4 stacks of fire on him or burn, and you eat a smoldering rib, it'll sometimes give him 4 more stacks, and it'll deal 4 more damage, which sometimes is all you need.
Next.
That was good.
You gain 5 gold. Select
Alright,
a card
that
to
was
add to your
an
deck.
easy fight.
Skippable. Enemy status. Avenging strike. Settings. Avenging strike. Take kitchen brawl. STR2. Deal 1 damage. Oath of fire. Neutral 1. Gain 3 rally. If holy was spent. Gain oathbound. Action. Uncommon. Rally.
I might
Whenever your
wanna
opponent
take-
plays a card.
I
Gain
might
health equal to
just
your rally.
for
Then lower your
now-
rally by 1. Kitchen brawl. Oath of fire. Neutral 1. Gain
Oath
3
of
rally.
Fire is
If
gonna
holy was
give you a
spent.
lot of
Gain oathbound.
healing.
Add avenging. Add kitchen brawl. Add oath of fire to deck. Enemy status.
know
Anger.
it's not
Avenge
cooking,
exploration. Kitchen brawl.
but it's
Show
a
deck.
really
Cards
good
currently in deck 18.
heal card.
Enemy aura. Settings. Settings. Mini boss matrix. Campsite debris. Shrine. A strange statue stands out from its surroundings.
Shrine.
Shrine of Radiance. The Shrine of Radiance. The angelic
Shrine
features
of
of the stone
Radiance,
statue tower out from its.
nice.
Investigate. Infuse the energy of a card. Add a surge card. Infuse
We
the
can
energy of
add
a card.
Surge card. Surge cards are good because they heal us. Again, I'd rather infuse a card.
Investigate. Infuse the energy of a select card.
Infuse
Battle
a
broth.
card.
Battle broth. Big eater. Choice card. Chop him up. Kitchen brawl. +1. STR2.
Let's
Deal star 2 star damage twice when at
infuse-
kitchen raid. STR1. No soothe. STR. Oath of fire. Astonishade. Surge of strength. Surge of strength. Thick skin. Tiny trident. Tiny trident. +4. Tiny trident. +4. Neutral. Tiny trident. +4. New. Tiny trident. +4. Neutral. Tiny trident. +4. Neutral. Tiny trident. +4. Neutral. Tiny trident. +4. Neutral. Shrine of Radiance. You offer the statue a card and the dancing lights pause. Then each beam centers on your hand, quickly merging into a blinding white beam.
Upgrade.
After a brief
Tiny
moment, the
trident.
lights resume their lively dance. Continue. Tiny trident upgraded. Card
Gotta
altered.
give us
Block.
2
Disable.
upgrades
Neutral
on
1.
that.
Gain death blow. Block. Kitchen death blow. Kitchen brawl. Tiny trident. +5. Neutral 1. Tiny trident.
No,
+5.
just one
Exploration.
upgrade.
Character. Boss Garden Greaves. A fashionable hat. Character info. Use weapon power culinary. Show deck. Cards. Boss Garden Greaves. Settings. Campsite a brief mini boss matriarch. Enemy aura. Enraged.
All right,
Start of turn.
let's
Gain 1
take
anger.
on Boss Garden.
Player gold 189. Player health 97. Currently in deck 18. Use weapon power culinary weapon activate to start combat
Alright,
with a random
cool.
ingredient. Boss Garden Greaves a fashionable hat set enemy aura. Enraged. Boss Garden Greaves a fashionable hat sets him
Get
apart
rid
from
of
enemy
the
gains
boss.
enraged enchantment. Enemy gains sanguine repost enchantment. Enemy gains blood
we get
taxes
rid of
enchantment.
him,
Your turn.
we'll
Spicy
give
acid.
Daisy a shot.
1 U. Tiny trident.
If we don't
+4.
take much
Neutral 1.
damage.
Big eater. STR1. You gain big eater
Big
enchantment.
eater.
Surge of strength. Surge of strength. You heal 2 health. Chop him up. STR2. Deal 2 damage 3 times.
Let's
Top
chop it
carrot.
up.
You gain enemy takes 2.
Get chop it up in early.
Spicy acid. You gain cooking enchantment. Enemy gain 2 poison
Spice is
stacks.
good,
You gain
stop
1 sated
the
stacks.
healing.
Character tiny trident. +4. Choice card. +1. Demon's tail. Life 1.
Oh, yeah,
You take 1
Demon's
damage.
Tail's
You rioted
up.
to your. You gained 1 sated stacks. Spicy acid. Enemy gained 2 poison
Spicy
stacks. You gained 2
acids.
potency. You gained 1 sated stacks. Tiny trident. Plus choice card. Plus sharp leaves. 1 U. You gained
And
cooking
sharp
enchantment.
leaf.
Enemy gained 2 bleeding stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks. Tiny trident. Choice card. Player status. Cook choice card. Tiny character and end turn. Player energy. End turn.
It was a good start. Not
End
a
turn.
great
Enemy
start.
turn. You gain 3 bleeding stacks. Enemy takes 3. You take 5 damage. You take 3 damage. Enemy takes 3.
353.
Diamond.
11
Enemy
points
takes
of
3.
damage.
Enemy gained 1 impervious stacks. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Enemy heal 6. Your
He
turn.
did us for
End turn.
11 at first turn. Good for him.
Character info. Spicy acid. 1.
Oh,
Enemy gained 2 poison
acid
stacks. You
suck.
gain tiny trident. +4. Enemy immune to this damage.
He's blocking.
Kitchen raid. STR1. Tiny trident. Plus enemy takes 4.
Ooh, that was good. 4 damage.
Battle broth. Create an ingredient
Battle
whenever you
broth.
enter a stance. Kitchen raid. STR1. And no meat.
Want to get
1 use. Create an ingredient.
Stone
Kitchen raid.
Shade
And no
up.
meat. 1 use. Create an
Stop
ingredient.
those
You gain 1
bleeds.
sated
He
stacks.
likes to bleed a lot. Stone Shade's a great card for this area of the woods.
Demon's tail. Life 1.
Oh,
You take 1
yes,
damage. You
Demon's
gain
Tail
cooking
up.
enchantment. Fury. You gained 1 sated stacks. Sugar plum. 1 added to enemy deck.
Sugar
You gained
Plum's
1
also
sated stacks.
really effective against him.
Kitchen raid. STR. Kitchen brawl. Plus character info. Kitchen brawl. Kitchen raid. Thick skin. STR. I don't have enough energy to player status.
No,
Cooking.
we don't
Thick
have
skin.
enough
Kitchen raid.
juice.
Kitchen brawl. Character info. End turn.
We really need that Stone Shade up. as
Enemy
soon
turn.
as possible.
You gained 1 bleeding stacks. Enemy takes 3. You take 5 damage. You take 1 damage. Enemy takes 3.
5
Potion of
damage,
trickery.
6
Narrative to your deck.
damage.
Enemy gained 1 evasion stacks. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks.
I
Your
don't
turn.
want those
End turn.
bleeds. Those bleeds are what you don't want.
Character info. Sharp leaves. 1 oath of fire. No soothe. Tiny trident. Fury. Gain 1 anger. Take
where's
1 damage.
my-
Draw a card. Snare.
Where's my
1 use.
Stone
Take 1
Shade?
player status. Snare. Fury. Gain 1. You gain 1 anger stacks. You take 1 damage. Player health 82. Show deck. Player energy. End turn. Character. Sharp leaves. Enemy gains 2 bleeding stacks.
got him.
Enemy gains deep wound enchantment. 1. Ellipsis.
Got him with a deep
You gained 1
wound.
sated. No soothe. STR1. You gained 1 anger stacks. Snare. 1 use. Surge of strength. You heal 2 health. Battle broth.
Sunshade.
Player status. Big battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter a stance. Return this to hand. Player status. Big eater. Salty femur. 1. You gain cooking enchantment. You gain 2 armor stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks.
Little defense.
Character info. Oath of fire. Neutral 1. You gain 3 rally stacks.
Those rallies help a little.
Snare. 1 used. Player status. Cooking. Snare. Tiny trident. Character info. Tiny trident. Enemy has evaded this attack. Player status.
He's
Cook snare.
dodging a lot.
Character info. End turn. End turn.
We
Enemy
really
turn.
need that
You gained 1
stone
bleeding
shade.
stacks. Enemy gained 1 bleeding stacks. Enemy playing cards. Sanguine strike. You heal 4 health. You take 5 damage. You take 1 damage. You gain 5 bleeding stacks. Sanguine
Ow.
strike. You heal 3 health. You take 7 damage. You take 5 damage.
12
You gain 7
damage.
bleeding stacks. Enemy gained 1 anger stack.
17
Enemy heals 11.
damage.
Your turn. End turn.
Oh God, Lord.
Character info. Party flank. 1 tiny trident. Plus fury. Gain 1
Where's-
astonishade.
There
STR1.
you are.
Search of you gain stone stance enchantment.
God, about time.
Thick skin. Bonus. You gain 6 armor stacks. Party flank. You heal 3 health. You gained
Now
1
he
sated
can't
stacks.
bleed me.
Fury. Gain 1. You gain 1 anger stacks. You take 1 damage. No soothe. STR. I don't have enough energy. Player status. Stone stack. No soothe. Surge of strength. Tiny surge of strength. You heal 2
Surge
health.
of
No soothe.
strength.
Player health 77. Show deck. Player energy. Enter. Character. Tiny trident. Plus 5. Neutral 1. Enemy take 6.
Hit him as hard as I can.
Character info. No soothe. STR1. Gain 1. Unknown meat. 1 use. Create an ingredient.
And
You
put
gain
as
1
much
sated stacks.
block on as I can.
Tiny trident. Plus 4. Player status. Stone stance. Tiny trident. Plus 4. Smoldering. No soothe. Smoldering
Ooh,
rib. You gain
smoldering
cooking
rib.
enchantment. Enemy gained 2
Nice.
burning stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks. Player status. Cooking. Tiny trident. No soothe. Character info. End turn.
We're doing okay.
End turn. Enemy
He did-
turn.
he got
Enemy
a
gained
good
1 bleeding
little
stacks.
rhythm going.
Enemy playing cards. Outlaw alchemy. You heal 2 health. Lacerating riposte. You take 1 damage. Lacerating riposte. You take 7 damage.
Now.
Diamond
It
potion.
would do a
Enemy
lot
gained 1
more.
impervious stacks.
Oh, now he's got impervious.
Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn.
Yeah,
End turn.
he's getting a lot of power-ups, though. We are a little behind.
Player energy. STR. Show deck. Player health 71.
We're okay. We've lost about 29 health.
Show deck. Player energy. End turn. Character in Demon's Tail. Life 1.
let's go
1. You
Demon's
take 1 damage.
Tail.
You rioted to your deck. You gained 1 sated stacks. Tiny
got an
trident. Plus 4. Neutral 1.
impervious.
Choice caught. Plus
So I'm
1.
gonna use the
STR1.
choice
Enemy immune
card.
to this damage.
Because he's going to block it.
Kitchen raid. Bonus.
Let's go.
Player status. Cooking. Kitchen raid. Battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter a stance. Return
Trying
this
to
to
get rid
hand.
of his
Charges. 4
impervious.
tiny trident. Plus 4. Enemy take 6.
There you go. Now that hits.
Tiny trident. Plus I don't have enough energy to kitchen raid. STR sharp leaves. 1 you. Enemy gained 2 bleeding stacks. 2
Oh,
ellipsis.
nice,
You gained 1
nice.
sated stacks. Player status. Stone stance. Unknown meat. 1 you. You gain cooking
Getting
enchantment. You
those
gain 1 sated
bleeds
stacks.
are really good.
Tiny trident. Plus 4. Kitchen raid. Demon's tail. Life 1. 1 use.
Let's get the
Shuffle.
Demon's
You take
Tail
1
up
damage.
again.
You rioted to your deck.
It's
You
okay
gain
to
1 sated
spend a
stacks.
little health. Because you got to get the damage. And food decks need a little help.
Kitchen raid. STR1. Player status. Cooking. Kitchen raid. Tiny trident. Character info. End turn.
You need a little help with crits.
Enemy
on
turn.
kitchen
Enemy gained
deck.
2 bleeding stacks. Enemy playing
Cooking
cards.
deck.
Lacerating riposte. You take 8 damage. Outlaw alchemy.
Ow.
Bottled message. Conjured. Reckless slam.
Ow.
Reckless slam.
Dang.
You take 12 damage.
Ouch. That was 20 damage.
Enemy takes 4. Enemy gained 1 anger stack.
20
Your turn.
damage.
End
That's
turn.
pretty good.
Character info. Unknown meat. 1 you. Surge of strength. You heal 2 health. Fury. Gain 1 anger. You
Let's
gain
get
1
a
anger
big hit
stacks.
on him
You
if
take
we
1
can.
damage. Tiny trident. Plus 4. Neutral. Snare. 1 you. Tiny trident. Enemy takes 9.
That
Victory.
was good.
Next.
There it
Next.
is. Yeah, you just gotta
Character
stay
info.
on him. Don't get discouraged. Just stay on him. Keep taking those demon tails. Feint his attack. Feint his defense, or basically draw his defense off by hitting him with some of your other attacks, and then use your tiny trident so you get the food. And that's how you finish off him. Especially, and that's for most enemies that block a lot, that dodge a lot, that evade a lot.
Next.
Let's see what we got here.
Character in next. You heal 105 health. You gain 50 gold. You gain
that's
6 gold.
right,
Select a
because
card to add to your
we
deck.
have
Skippable.
Headhunter.
Skip rewards.
So we got a full health. We can take on Daisy. We'll do that next time on part 3. You know, on Cooking Like a God.
Enemy status. Death wish.
See what we got
STR1.
for
Take 3 damage.
rewards.
Enemy status. Death wish. Gilded gauntlets. New culinary cutlery.
Oh, these are all
STR1.
good.
Conjure 3 basic attacks if you are cooking. Reduce the cost of basic attacks in your hand by neutral.
Oh, that's
Action.
really good.
Rare.
We'll take Culinary Cutlery. I'd like to take
Gilded gauntlets.
Gilded
Neutral
Gauntlet
1.
better.
Activate culinary cutlery.
But I really need to learn how to
STR1.
use
Conjure 3 basic
culinary
attacks if you are
cutlery
cooking.
a
Reduce
lot.
the cost of basic
Culinary
attacks in your hand by
cutlery a
neutral.
lot
Add Death wish. Add gilded gauntlets to deck. Add culinary cutlery to deck.
I'm going to need to learn how to use this a lot better, so we'll take that card.
Enemy status. Burning. Stat Death whip. Garden Greaves the leader of the bandit staggers.
Alright,
An
Garden.
incredulous expression on his twisted face slowly changing into a bloody grin.
Your incredulous expression is not going to save you from my death blow. All right, folks, that's going to wrap it up for us today on Cooking Like a God, Part 2. Come back next week for Cooking Like a God, Part 3, and we'll keep going until we beat it. Anyway, thank you very much, folks. Appreciate you so much. Take care.